The threats businesses face today are evolving faster than ever, and that means our whole approach to protecting our organizations, well, it has to change too. Today, we're going to dig into the critical difference between two types of internal controls, and why, honestly, getting this wrong could end up costing you everything.
Let's just start with this simple but really powerful truth. Fraud's not going to send you a calendar invite. It's not going to ask for a meeting. Nope. It's designed from the ground up to be invisible, operating in the shadows of our everyday work.
And that sneaky nature brings us right to the heart of the problem. For most companies, by the time you even figure out something's wrong, the damage is already done. The discovery always seems to happen after the fact.
So this whole timing thing, it's absolutely crucial. It's the fundamental line in the sand between the two approaches we're looking at today. One that's basically looking backward, and one that's looking forward. Okay, so let's break that down. On one side, you've got your detective controls. This is the traditional way a lot of companies have done things for years. And on the other side, you have preventative controls, which is really the approach that today's threats demand. The best way to think about this is like you're driving a car. Detective controls, that's your rearview mirror. It's essential for sure. You need to see what's behind you, what's already happened. But preventative controls, well, that's like looking through the windshield, scanning the road ahead so you can stop a problem before you ever crash into it. One is reactive, the other is proactive.
Now, don't get me wrong, detective controls are important. Things like your monthly bank reconciliations, your annual audits, you need those. They're great for piecing together what went wrong. But their defining feature, the thing you can't forget, is that they find the problem after the loss has already happened. Preventative controls, though, are built with a totally different goal. It's not about finding the problem later, it's about a whole framework of rules and, this is the key, enforcement that's designed to make fraud pretty much impossible from the get-go.
So why does this matter so much right now? I mean, why is this more critical than ever? Because the threats themselves have totally changed. We're in a new era, dealing with what you could call an AI threat multiplier. And it makes those old reactive methods just dangerously outdated. The game has changed, so our defenses have to change too.
We're not just talking about somebody sending a fake invoice anymore. Attackers are using AI to create deepfake video calls that look and sound just like your CEO. They're stealing credentials at a massive scale and launching phishing attacks that are so convincing they could fool almost anyone. Detective controls that find the problem days or weeks later, they just can't keep up with that. And this gets to a really scary imbalance in this whole fight. The attacker, they have a massive, massive advantage. They only need to find one little crack, one mistake, one single moment where someone's not paying attention to get through all your defenses, just one time.
But you, your controls, your systems, your team, you have to be right every single time, 100% of the time. The math just isn't on your side if you're only focused on reacting after the fact.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's big, it's urgent, and the stakes are obviously high. So what do we actually do? How do we shift our thinking from just detecting problems to actually preventing them in a practical way?
Well, it starts with a pretty simple framework. First, you've got to document your controls. What are the rules officially? Second, you have to actively hunt for the gaps. I mean, really look. Where could one exception or a rushed approval break the whole system? And third, and this is the big one, you have to enforce those rules proactively. We're talking about things like requiring 2 people to approve big payments or automatically verifying a vendor before a single dollar can be sent.
And this is the point I really want to drive home. Documentation by itself is worthless. A binder full of procedures sitting on a shelf does nothing. Prevention lives and dies by enforcement. One single lapse, I'll let it slide just this once, that's all it takes to make the entire framework useless. As we wrap up here, it's really important to remember what's truly at stake. Because when we talk about preventing fraud, it's so easy to just focus on the money, on the balance sheet. But the real costs, they're so much higher.
What you're really protecting is the very heart of your business. You're protecting the trust you have with your clients and your partners. You're protecting your hard-earned reputation. And you're protecting the long-term stability that lets your organization grow and succeed.
So I'll just leave you with this one final question to take back to your team, a real gut check. Are your controls actually built to get ahead of the problem and prevent a loss? Or are they just there to help you write a report explaining what went wrong after the money has already gone?